I'm gonna wait a few more minutes just to give everyone some time. Sip my coffee. Or water, what have you. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get this show on the road. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Akila Wienecke. I am the Patient Outreach Director for Texas Normal. Thank you for joining me today for our Activist Challenge. This is day 4. So earlier this week, you've learned a lot about how to get in touch with your representatives, find out who represents you, and to how to make that call to your legislator's office. So today I've got a topic for you in regards to sending a letter or an email to your representative and maybe addressing some of the concerns or beliefs that they may have to the Reefer Madness so that we can elevate the conversation. How you doing? Good afternoon. Hi, welcome. So one of the things that I wanted to go over today in addressing a letter to your legislators is how and what that letter should look like, what the body of it should look like, proper grammar. We'll get to that. So to start off finding out who your legislator and your representative are, you'll take a look back to, I believe, the topic that Jax reviewed earlier this week, and you go back to texasnormal.org for who represents me, and you look up your address, and then you find the name of your legislator. When you're addressing the letter to your legislator, you want to make sure that you have just the basics. You want to put a date. You want to put, the month, day, and year. You also want to include the title of the person that you're writing, their room number, their address at the state capitol. And your topics should typically be something in regards to cannabis reform in Texas so that they already have a header or a recap. Hey, Lisa, how's it going? They have a header and a recap and an idea of what topic you're going to be broaching with them. So when you start off the content of your letter, you just open it kind of like a 1990s pen pal letter, if you will. My Senate representative is Kirk Watson. So my letter would first start off to Senator Watson saying something along the lines of, good afternoon, Senator Watson. My name is Akila Wienecke. I'm one of your constituents. Because I do know that Senator Kirk Watson is in favor of cannabis legislation in my district, I would actually have an opportunity to thank him for his service and to ask him if I could be a resource and a connection for his office. And also asking if I could be a resource, I want to, again, thank him for his service, thank him for the work that he puts in, being in favor. I also want to include reasons that I'm glad that he supports, kind of also providing some information in regards to what does my Senate representative hear as opposition? I'm also going to include some of these links in the comments below. Some of the comments that we hear, marijuana is a gateway drug. It leads to alcohol and hard street core drugs and things of that nature. Good afternoon, Donald. How are you? Yes, you're absolutely right. The links will be provided. I've diverted there. But one of the things that we hear commonly is that marijuana is that cannabis is a gateway drug, and I'm also going to provide a link in the show notes that says that it truly isn't. Here we found a Newsweek article that says, going into detail on the subject, that's contrary, not what we have found to be true. So put some facts in there to add a fact to rebut some misguided information or some miseducation that your representative may have. I have also heard staffers or other people in conversations saying things along the lines of, cannabis is just as addictive as heroin. Perhaps no, it's not. I have an article and a reference for that as well. I want to include in my letter to my legislator some facts and some links and some statistics and data for them to reference. And also I want to ask what opposition that they hear from with their colleagues. What do they hear inside of the Capitol as some stern opposition as to why they're unwilling or not in a place to have open conversations with their constituents about why they want to support. We have also heard responses such as, cannabis legislation is really bad for the economy, and there's no lucrative value there, and there's no insurance of tax revenue. We all know that that is just mistaken and misguided information. I also have a link that I'll provide for that. One of the other things, trying to think of another misconception that I hear. Smoking cannabis is harmful. Well, fine. Let's discuss the semantics. If smoking cannabis is something that's not a healthy alternative or healthy avenue, then let's discuss legalizing concentrates, legalizing edibles. Let's talk about expanding the conversation. And again, I'll provide a link I'll provide a link in the note in the comments below as to how to provide facts and data and statistics to go along with why you would like your representative to expand the conversation, to elevate the conversation, and use it as an opportunity to empower and educate your legislators, because sometimes they just don't know, and they believe a lot of the cannabis prohibition and propaganda that's out there. When you're sending your letter to your representative, it's appropriate to have proper grammar. I am someone that likes to write as I speak, so sometimes grammatically it doesn't sound well. I often have to have Dave or someone else proofread things for me to say, hey, this doesn't read or flow well. So you also I want to be mindful of using good grammar. I want to be mindful that when I'm opening the letter to my representative, that I'm opening a paragraph with a snippet of what the letter is going to entail. I'm also going to be sure to state maybe one or two facts in support of why, with a snippet of what I'm going to be discussing. I also want to support and show examples of how my topic matter is important to my family, is important to my community, and how it affects me as a constituent, and that I can ask for my representative to represent me and the views that I believe in. When writing a letter to your representative, you want to be mindful of the length. So perhaps just under a page and a half for me is a lot of writing. So perhaps maybe just keep it to a minimum of a page and a half. In the conclusion of your letter, perhaps ask for a formal meeting or ask for a response back. And in your response back or in a request for a formal meeting, you can also thank your staffer for their time and the attention for giving your letter some recognition. I think that's all I've got for you guys today. I'm going to be leaving the comments in the show notes. I'm going to be leaving the links for providing good facts and datas and rebuttals to your legislators in the comments below. Please tune in for tomorrow, because Les is going to be coming in and speaking with you in regards to all of the work that you've done as an activist this